Hi, you're welcome. Good evening. And how was your day? Enjoy the cool. Thank you too for joining me. So let's continue. Now, let me ask you something. If God answered your biggest prayer tonight, what's if God answers your biggest prayer tonight, would your current habit sustain it? Would your current habit sustain it? Peradventure God answers you now. Would your current habit sustain that answered prayer? Sorry. If the opportunity you have been praying for arrives tomorrow, are you ready for it? Be honest to yourself. Or would you sabotage it? Because sometimes what we call spiritual warfare is actually lack of preparation. Sometimes what we call spiritual warfare is actually lack of preparation. When you don't prepare for that thing you're praying for, you may not be able to sustain it. Okay? You pray for increase, but you don't manage what you already have. You pray for increase, but you don't manage what you already have. You prayed for influence, but you are inconsistent. You prayed for expansion, but you are disorganized. You're disorganized. God is not cruel. He will not promote you into destruction, okay? God prepares you before he elevates you. God prepares you before he elevates you. So let's talk about three areas of discipline. Number one, mental discipline. Your mind is the control center of your life. Your mind is the control center of your life. If your thoughts are scattered, your life will be scattered. All right? If your thoughts are negative, your result will be limited. Mental discipline means you choose what you think about. You choose what you think about. All right? You reject thoughts that weakens you. You reject thoughts that weakens you. You feed your mind with knowledge. You feed your mind with knowledge. That is mental discipline. You protect your attention. You protect your attention. Let me say something very important here. Social media is not evil, but undisciplined consumption is very dangerous. Social media is not evil, but undisciplined consumption is dangerous. If you spend 3 hours watching other people build their dreams and 0 hours building yours, you are entertained but not empowered. You're simply being entertained by the social media that you spend all your time, eh? And you're not empowered. You're busy empowering other people and you leave yourself. It is a big error. Okay? Greatness requires focused thinking. Greatness requires focused thinking. Read books. If you want to be great in life, read books, listen to teachings, study your field, grow your mind, because your income will rarely exceed your mindset for long. Your income will rarely exceed your mindset for long. So number two, emotional discipline. We are talking about different types of discipline. So this number two now is emotional discipline. This one is very deep. Not everything you feel deserves expression. Mature people do not react to everything. They respond with control. Emotional discipline means you don't let anger control decisions. You don't let your anger control your decisions. You don't let fear stop movement. You don't let jealousy poison relationship. You don't let temporal disappointment create permanent quitting. You don't let temporal disappointment create permanent quitting. Hear me. A person who cannot control their emotions cannot control their future. A person who cannot control their emotions cannot control their future. Leadership requires stability. Marriage requires stability. Wealth requires stability. You cannot build something great if your emotions are always in charge. You cannot build something great if your emotions are always in charge. All right? So the third one is daily discipline. Daily discipline. Greatness is not built in one day, it is built daily. What you do repeatedly is who you become eventually. What you do repeatedly is who you become eventually, okay? If you read daily, you become knowledgeable. If you save daily, you become financially stable. If you exercise daily, you become healthy. If you pray daily, you become spiritually strong. Big results are small actions repeated consistently. Let me repeat it again because I want it to sink. Even if you don't go with anything, hold this one. Big results are small actions repeated consistently. Small actions repeated consistently. It gives the result will become a big result. That little thing you do consistently, it will gradually become big. Okay? So big results are small actions repeated consistently. The problem is not that you lack this destiny. The problem is not that you lack destiny. The problem is that you lack consistency. You lack consistency. That is the major problem. Now let's talk about something uncomfortable. Excuses. Excuses are the language of mediocrity. I didn't have time. Everyone has 24 hours. I don't have connection. Build value and connection will come. Build value and connections will come. It's hard. Everything meaningful is hard. It's not my season. Some of them will give excuses. It is not my season. Sometimes it's not your season because it's your training period. It is not your season because it is your training period. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. You don't need to feel inspired to act. You simply need to decide. Decide today to act. Decision creates momentum. Let me tell you something very, very powerful now. Your future self is watching you. Yes, your future self is watching you. The man you will become in 5 years is watching what you do tonight. The man you will become in 5 years is watching what you do tonight. The woman you will become is watching how you handle this week. All right? Are you making that future proud? Are you making that future version proud? Or are you disappointing him? Because one day you will meet your future and it will either thank you or blame you. All right? Now let's talk about sacrifice. You cannot become exceptional except living exactly like everyone else. You cannot become exceptional while living exactly like everyone else. If everyone is sleeping, you must sometimes study. If everyone is spending, you must sometimes save. If everyone is complaining, you must sometimes create solution. Greatness requires separation, not pride, not arrogance, not separation of habits. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is discipline applied consistently. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is discipline applied consistently. So let me give you a practical structure. From today, wake up with intention. So let me give you a practical structure. From today, wake up intention. Wake up with intention. Plan your day. Write down 3 important tasks. Complete them before distractions. Track your spending. Track your spending. Invest in learning. Limit entertainment. Protect your energy. Pray with focus. Rest strategically. Repeat. It sounds simple, but simple does not mean easy. It requires self control. Yes, it requires self control. Now, hear this clearly. Discipline is not punishment, discipline is self respect. When you discipline yourself, you are telling your future, I care about you. When you wake up early, you are voting for your dreams. When you say no to distractions, you are voting for your goals. When you stay consistent, you are voting for your destiny. You vote daily by your habits. You vote daily by your habits. Some of you are frustrated because progress feels slow. Let me encourage you tonight. Slow progress is still progress. A tree does not grow overnight, but when roots are deep, storms cannot uproot it. Your discipline is building roots, invisible today, unshakable tomorrow. Do not despise small beginning. Do not quit because results are not immediate. Consistency compounds. Now, I want to speak to the believer listening to me. Even spiritually, discipline matters. Even spiritually, discipline matters. Prayer requires discipline. Study requires discipline. Character requires discipline. The anointing may open doors, but character keeps them open. Gift may attract attention, but discipline sustains influence. Do not rely only on gifting. Develop structure. Develop your structure. So now I want you to make a decision, not an emotional decision, a strategic one. Choose one area of your life that needs discipline. Is it finance? Is it in your management? Is it in your spiritual life? Is it your health? Pick one, just one. Commit to 30 days of structured improvement. No excuses, no break, no negotiation with laziness. Just 30 days. Transformation begins with commitment. You are capable of more than your current habits. Okay? You're capable of more than your current habits. You are stronger than your distractions. You are bigger than your excuses. But potentials without discipline is wasted greatness. Your future is not waiting for a miracle. Your future is not waiting for a miracle. It is waiting for your maturity. Stand up internally, take responsibility, build structure, embrace discipline, and become the person your destiny requires. If this has challenged you tonight, do not just clap, apply it, because information without action changes nothing. Okay? Apply it. Start with one. Pick one thing and begin to work on it. One thing you want to change in your habit. Just one, just one, just pick one tonight and begin to work on it from this night. From tomorrow, begin to work on it. And before you know it, you're already a change, you would have changed that habit. And I bet you will not regret it. So I will pause here, waiting for any question, peradventure you have any, or anything you want us to talk about. God bless you.